Just when you think you've seen it all, you come up to Tha Phae Gate and they're filming a movie up here. Pretty cool. Can you tell me what movie it is again?
It's
the name.
Star and Sky series.
Thai and Sky. Okay. And who are they? Keep him?
Yes.
And,
They are the actors.
oh, okay.
You can watch it on GMM 25.
I'll tell my wife. I'm sure she watches it. Are they the ones that are always fighting, getting back together and breaking up and getting back together and everybody's all mad about it?
Something like that.
Yeah. She'll get a kick out of that. Would they say hello to people?
Oh, they cannot because they're wearing the costume right now.
Okay.
So sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Hello. Pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure my wife follows these two. She'll get a kick out of that. Well, I'm gonna move on. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Just a little added thing to the video. You never know what you're gonna see up here in Chiang Mai. Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Wednesday, probably about noontime, and for the last couple of days I've tried to make a video. I tried to make two yesterday, and the one I made up here yesterday, turns out I hadn't charged my transmitter battery since I came back from Lang Pang, and it ran out about halfway through the video, and I didn't really notice it until I got home yesterday. And so last night I came back up and I went to Niman and tried to do a video up there. Just didn't work out. So anyway, I'm back today, and I'm gonna walk around a little bit, and I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about some of the dangers up here in Chiang Mai, and really there are no dangers that I would think that would keep anybody from wanting to come here, but there are a few things that you need to know about that might keep you a little bit safer if you come up here and visit. You know, like I said, I've lived here 11 years, and I can't think of anything that really put me in fear of my life or anything like that. But there are a few things that you need to know about, and it's not just here; it's traveling to any country. Things you have to watch out for, and things you should be aware of. So I think I'll cover that in this video, and maybe in the next upcoming video, I'll tell you the things that I really like about Chiang Mai and Thailand that kind of made me make my decision to come here and live and retire and do that, and try to think up a few other topics. If y'all have a topic that you want me to talk about or would like to hear about, the best way to reach me is send me an email. If you click on About and fill out that little form, or click that little box down there, it'll give you my email address. And I check my email quite often. That's the easiest way to get in touch with me, rather than leave it in a message, on the board or something like that. If you just want to send me an email, tell me what you want to hear about, and I'll be more than happy to talk about it. But right now we're up at a building that I don't really know what it is, and I'm going to walk around a little bit as much as I can and try to figure it out and give you an idea, and then we'll get hitting the streets. But anyway, I'll turn the camera around so you can kind of see what we're looking at here. That's the kind of things that happen up here. There's quite a few crashed cars in here. I really don't know what this place is, but we'll walk around a little bit. I'll try to get this camera straightened out and try to figure out what it is. This one's all burned up. Oh, this is an old Volkswagen. That's not an old one. It looks like a newer one. I'll bet you this place has something to do with rescue, because there's a rescue truck over there. Here's another one all banged up. And that's one of the things about coming to Thailand and Chiang Mai that you need to be aware of, is it's not like driving in your own country. It's a whole different ball game. You know, when I first got here, I told my wife, I said, I'm not even going to try to drive here. And then after 3 months, you know, we did buy a car, and you know, I gave it my best shot, and it was, I'll tell you what, it was knuckles all the time. And the reason why is, in order to drive here safely, you have to understand how they drive, and you don't have to drive like them, but it's better to understand how they drive. That way you're more apt to expect the unexpected and know what the unexpected is. I don't know what in the world this place is. Looks like these elephants and stuff have seen better days, but we'll walk around in here anyway. But that was one of the main things. In the first couple months that I drove, I told my wife, I said, you know, when we're in the car, don't try to talk to me. Don't ask me anything, because I'm paying attention to driving. And that's pretty much what I did. Let's see what this sign says here. Well, it's all in Thai, so it doesn't really help me. I will walk around a little bit, be a little bit nosy anyway. It's a beautiful building. But yeah, it has something to do with rescue here. But that's one of the bad things about living here, is getting used to the driving and riding a motorcycle. You really have to be on your toes, and you can't ride a motorcycle here like you rode in your home country. It's just not the way it's done. They drive just about any which way they want to, or in anywhere they want to. Yeah, that's what this. Hello. It might be a hospital. I don't know. I guess I could walk out front over here and see if it gives a better idea. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Hello. We'll walk down this way. We'll walk around it anyway. But yeah, riding a motorcycle, it can be a trick. You know, you got to keep your eyes open, and you got to pay attention to what you're doing. And you have to, like I said, you have to expect the unexpected, because that's what's going to get you, because they'll come at you from all different directions. But one of the things here that I've noticed about riding a motorcycle, oh, we're right in front of the old women's prison, or what was the women's prison. Yeah, we've walked through here before, but I'll go by it again. People are more apt to look for you on a motorcycle here than they are in the States or whatever country you're living, because they've grown up around motorcycles. Motorcycles are a way of life here. So, you know, you just have to be careful. These people that come over here and ride without helmets and, you know, on the main roads, it's just kind of ridiculous. You know, look at the backside of this. I don't know what this place is. Kind of interesting. Kinds of magazines. Interesting. So, yeah, see, it's right across the street too. I think I walked in there before. Oh, that's a temple across the street. Interesting little place. But getting back to riding a motorcycle, you just have to be careful. I always try to, I don't get out in the lanes, even though I've got a big bike, I stay over in the left-hand lane. And I'm constantly, you know, looking at my mirrors and checking, you know, what's coming up behind me, because they'll come by you so close. I mean, it just, you know, they'll whiz by you going a whole lot faster than you're going, within inches of you, and it scares the hell out of you. You know, because if you move a little bit, you're going to get nailed. The other thing, danger here, is walking across the street. And, you know, I've said it in many of my other videos that you really have to watch your butt here, or you're going to get run over. And a classic example happened last week. Just a terrible situation. A female doctor down in Bangkok was walking across the street. It's like a 4-lane highway, and she almost made it across the street. And she was in the crosswalk, and there was a van coming, and the van slowed down, and a motorcycle, she walked out past the van, and a motorcycle came out and just nailed her, killed her dead. And he came off the bike and I guess skidded across the ground a little bit and took off running from there, which is not uncommon. There was no tag on the motorcycle, no insurance on it, and I understand it had some registration problems. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but and then the next day he turns himself into the police station, and it turns out he's a corporal on the police department, Royal Thai Police. So they're crucifying him. I mean, they've done all kinds of stuff and charged him with all kinds of crimes. And the funny thing was, I read yesterday that he had turned himself in after he had gone to the funeral and, you know, talked to the family and apologized and whined 1,000,000 times and all that. He had turned himself in to be a monk, and they rejected him. I read that in the forums today. For some reason, they rejected him. Didn't say why. They just did. But that's the kind of thing that happens here, and it happens too often. And life, you know, I've said before, life is cheap here. There aren't a lot of regulations. There aren't a lot of, you know, there's nothing called OSHA here. Or if there is, they're doing about the same thing the cops do most of the time, sitting in their office waiting for a call. So, you know, life is cheap. Muay Thai place, I've never seen that before. Doesn't look like they're boxing today, though. Oh. I tried that for about 4 times. It looks, you know, it looks kind of simple, but it's not. They work your butt hard. Yeah, they're not boxing today. They're got a ring set up here and everything. Pretty cool. Dang Muay Thai. Huh. Pretty cool. Swadee Kap. Whew. Wow. You have to flip those tires, huh?
Jumping and sometimes lift.
Yeah. Whew. I'm too old.
No.
Too old, too fat, yeah. Oh. But there's no telling what's going to come of that. I don't think it'll be whitewashed. There was too much outcry on social media about it to sweep it under the rugs. Now we've had, the other thing is cycling here. About 2 years ago, there's a group that rides on Sundays, and they start out at Tha Phae Gate, and they'll ride probably 40 or 50 kilometers, and it's a mixture of people, you know, mixture of Thais, mixture of foreigners. And they'll just pick a route and they'll ride maybe 40 or 50 kilometers, and they'll do it very early in the morning. And this young girl, apparently she had left a party about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and lost control of her car. It hit 3 of them. I think she hit 5 of them, but she only killed 3. And, you know, we didn't hear much about that for a long time. I think she ended up getting a couple years probation, and that was basically about it. But what happens is you'll hear about it, and then it'll be in the news for a long time, and then from there it'll be silence. This is a nice little place. I think I've walked through here before. Looks nice and peaceful anyway. But those are the kind of things that, you know, that happen here, unfortunately. These guys are the worst at driving. They are fearless. Yeah, we're right at the north or the southwest corner of what used to be the old women's prison. I will walk, I think we'll walk that way. But as far as getting mugged, getting robbed, beaten up or something here, no, it doesn't happen. You're safe walking the streets here. You know, you need to use good common sense just like you would anywhere else, but I've never heard of that happening. And, you know, it wouldn't bother me to walk around here 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I've done that in Bangkok many times and never had any fears at all. Wow, that's pretty neat. I think this is a famous noodle place somebody told me about. Don't know because I've never ate there. Rooms for rent. Huh. But, you know, the other thing that, for the single guys that watch this, I'm sure a lot of you know this, but I'll tell it anyway. You know, if you go to a bar and order a drink, keep your eyes on your drink. You know, make sure you're the one that opens it and you never let it out of your hands. We've had a couple situations up here, probably about, I think it was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And it turned out the woman was meeting the guys in the bar, and they'd call her later, they would call her later, and she'd come up to their room and she'd drug them and rob them and just kind of leave them there, you know, all knocked out. Heck, we walked this way the other day, I think. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But the bad thing about it was she killed one of them. And one guy just woke up and all of his stuff was gone, and the other guy didn't wake up. So it wasn't too good for him. And I've heard that happen in 3 or 4 different times up here. I've had a couple friends that have told me they've been in the bars and walk out and get on their motorcycle to go home, and had one of them pass out right at a traffic light, just fell over. And no doubt he had been drugged. And another one crashed his motorcycle on the way home. And they'd both been in the bars drinking. Yeah, this is a school of some sort. Yeah, art vocational school. Big place. So that's another thing that you have to watch out for. You know, if I go in a bar with my friends or something like that, and even order a Coke or something, I always guard my Coke and watch their drinks as well. Because it happens a lot in Bangkok too. And you know, it's just, you have to be on your toes. Yeah, looks like some type of school. Big school too. It's a beautiful day up here today. When I woke up, it was about 50, and I had to get up real early because I wanted to go get my booster shot today. And they start at 8 o'clock, so I figured, well, I'll be smart. I'll get there about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and get a quick number. Well, I got there, and somebody else had thought that too, quite a few, and I think I got a number 163. And they were real nice to me. You know, they took all my information, said, come back at 8:30, go home and have breakfast and drink some coffee, and come back 8:30 and we'll get you in. And I did, and I was on my way home by 9:30. Couldn't beat that. Let's see what this is. Looks like tents back there. Huh. I don't know what's here. We'll walk back here and look around. Oh, Pun Space, co-working, Chiang Mai. I'm not interested in that. I'm not working anywhere. Parking now open daily. Huh. A lot of motorcycles and a lot of bikes. Huh. Got tents set up back here. Parking now open daily. Drips, coffee, it looks like. Huh. Pretty neat. Pretty interesting. No, oh, okay. Toilets, huh? Well, that must be the co-working space back there. But we'll get back out on the street because that's not really interesting to me. That's one heck of a tent right there. We could have a meeting in that. But those are the things that you have to be careful of up here. And the other thing is using ATM machines. Every once in a while, they'll get a skimmer up here. And basically, you know, you just use the regular precautions. You walk it before you put your ATM card in, you know, pull on the slot and pull on the keyboards. And I always look around to see if there's a camera mounted somewhere. Never found one, and I've never had my card snatched here. I have bought some stuff off the internet and had, you know, lost my card number, but never from an ATM machine. But it does happen, and it's always good to have two ATM cards with you when you come here, just in case one gets compromised. You've got another one to fall back on. Oh yeah, those are those desserts that Lex loves. She's banned me from bringing those home anymore. Mama's really, yeah, her doctor's office is over here on the left. I think we will make a right here and make our way back to the motorcycle. Yeah, it's Thai Airways gone out of business, or that, at least that building has. I think they're still booking flights. But things are opening up here, and I don't foresee it shutting down again. I really don't. And the COVID situation here is really not that bad now. Yeah, coconuts. I think we had, I looked at it yesterday, and we had 127 cases here in Chiang Mai, and there were like 7,000 within the country. So in my opinion, your chances of getting COVID here are fairly slim. You're more likely to get them on the plane or in transit. And that's what would fear me the most. You know, my biggest fear of traveling somewhere is getting off the plane and they test you, you know, and you test positive and boom, you know, you're right into isolation or into a hospital. And that could be rather expensive. But as far as the COVID situation here, I wouldn't worry about it. It's not spreading that fast now. When it opens up in February 1st, that may change. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. You know, from what I understand, the United States and some of the other countries are really ate up with Omicron. And from what I read, 90% of the cases that we're seeing right now here in Thailand are Omicron. That's a big old tree. If I'm not mistaken, that's the school that Yingluck Shinawatra went to, or whatever, however she pronounces her name, Shinawatra. I just always used to call her Toxin's sister. Now let's see what happens when this thing ever turns, if it ever does. No, it never did change. They say they're going to start cracking down on crosswalk violations. But unfortunately, it took a doctor getting killed to do anything about it. Howdy cop. Oh, that looks good. Lots of food. Looks like we're going to come right out at Three Kings. Yep. Pearl milk tea. Those kids are coming from chef's school. If I'm not mistaken, we are parked down here on the right. Maybe. I may have to go over one more street. I'm not really sure. Yep, I definitely do. Because the woman's massage place is right there on the corner. Wow, look at this place. Man, that'd be a nice house to live in. Hello.
Hello.
Swadee ka.
Do you have lunch?
Yeah, I've already ate. You have everything there, huh?
Yes,ข้าวซอย
Yeah.
butter Thai curry with the chicken. It's delicious.
I'll bet. Well, next time I'll come by, I'll have food here. Thank you. Bye bye.
Where are you come from?
I come from America, but I live in Hang Dong.
Live in Hang Dong.
Yeah.
Same me.
Sit Pi Lao. I live behind the hospital, behind the Hang Dong Hospital.
You can speak Thai?
Not as much as I should. I should be able to speak it a whole lot better. But
Come back in America? You not come back home?
yeah, I'll go back home. Go back home to America? No, I have a house here and a wife and all that. I've lived here 11 years.
Oh,
Don't plan on going back. I don't like it at home. I like it here. This is home.
here.
Yeah. Oh,
The weather is better than.
weather is better and the people are nicer and it's not as expensive as it is back home. Plus my wife's from here. So yeah, so it's better.
The cost of living is cheaper than the Bangkok. Here is the cost of living is cheaper than.
Lot cheaper than Bangkok. And the difference in price is unbelievable, you know, crazy. Y'all take care. I'll come by and eat here. Bye bye. And I'll put this up on YouTube and tell everybody to come here.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
It's the Rirasuko Thai near the Three King Monument. You can.
Right across from Three Kings. See you. Oh, they even have 50-50. Yeah, I'll have to bring Luck up here and try the food. We came up the other night and I ate at Gecko. And she wanted to run around and get some rice soup and some noodle and some other stuff. And she came back with some kind of fish. And I just, she set it at the table where I was eating. And I just, oh, the smell was just horrible. Matter of fact, when we went to go home, I made her put it in the trunk. She goes, stink that bad? I said, hell yeah, it stinks that bad. See, she can't smell it because she's eating it. But if I'd have put that in the car, we'd have smelt it for quite a while. Let's see, I think we'll go left here. But she, you know, when she came back and we were sitting there talking, she goes, everything's expensive up here. I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, she paid like 80. Well, I gave her 300 baht and she came back and she had 10 baht left. And, well, I think we'll go this way. And she said, you know, at home, back in Hang Dong, you know, it would be a whole lot cheaper than that. Yeah, vocational training, Chiang Mai Women Correctional Institute. I don't know if they're doing massages here or not now. Yeah, it looks like they've opened up again. Yeah, they're definitely open. Nari Thai massage. These are all women that are in prison and they come here and learn how to do massage. I think we go down here and go left to the car. I had some good coffee down here one day too. Yeah, right down here, this little truck on the left. Yep. Hello. Same logo running it. Oh. Swadee Kap. And we'll hang a left here and get back to the motorcycle. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little walk we had, and I'm going to put a map to it so you can follow it if you want to. And you know, leave me some comments or send me an email. Tell me what you'd like me to talk about. There's a whole bunch of different topics, and you know, just getting out here and walking around, I think you enjoy it a whole lot more if I'm talking about something interesting, or you know, something that you want to hear about. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one. Sorry this one took so long to get back up, but I had 2 snowfoos like yesterday, and we're getting it today. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.